How's it going, tankers, and welcome back to episode 2 of the IS Diary. Right, so in this game, have I got 1 star already? I can't see. Yeah, so I've made some progress in the last couple of weeks, most of which I will explain at the end of the video. It has been a very difficult 2 weeks, especially the first week. Not so much the second week. Second week was pretty damn good, but the first week was atrocious, especially any of you that have watched my streams last week will know. Yeah, but this last week has been completely different. Anyway, so on to the IS. Didn't start off so well. Where did we start at? 32.54% on the damage standings. The IS was been completely different to doing the Tiger Diary. The Tiger, as I explained at the end as well, has a great gun. The IS has a big, derpy 122mm gun, fairly low pen for a tier 7 heavy, especially compared to the Tiger and the T29, and also the AMX M445. So when you get a tier 7 game like this, you have to make the most of it. You have to play a bit dangerous, a bit risky. Got to do some things you probably wouldn't normally do, like this. Look how far I've advanced already. Making the most of one of our Cromwells that decided to suicide at the start of the game, and because he's gone and spotted them all, what normally happens if a light tank rushes the enemy team or your team, everybody who should be advancing to a decent position stops what they're doing and just aims at the person that's rushing them. So that's happened to the enemy team here, and the majority of them are still stuck in their base, meaning I've managed to get to a spot where I'm spotting their bait already. Taking some damage though. That IS there, he's got the smaller gun, but he's managing to pen me, and fairly fast because he's got a better rate of fire than me. So I've only managed to pick up 1 shot on a Cromwell so far, and I've taken some damage in return. Yeah, so maybe I was a little overconfident in this one, and got myself into a bit of a silly spot here. Well, maybe. There we go. Take another massive hit from the middle. Down to about half health already. Oops, sorry mate. Didn't mean to do that. Cheery's on low health. That's the top tier tank on the enemy team, and he is done. Kill number 1. Bingo. Right, so now I've maybe not got as many flanking shots on me there. I'm going to go back to use these bushes again. Oh, there's another top tier enemy tank, the KV3. Bang. Didn't even register that shot, I don't think, so I swapped to a premium round. This shot is pretty crucial. Probably one of the best tanks on the enemy team, and I want him out. Hit him, hit his fuel tanks, and he's burning. Does he have a fire extinguisher? Or does he know how to use a fire extinguisher? Maybe not, and he's still burning. Don't think he's going to burn out though. Obviously the amount of damage you do per fire ticket reduces every time it ticks out, and he's done. 2 hits into that KV3, leave him a 1 shot and the team finish him off. What we got now, is that a Dicamax? Bang. Dicamax doesn't have a huge amount of hit points. If it was a Dicamax, I can't read the little writing on the software I use, which is a bit annoying because you guys probably think I just make loads of mistakes on purpose. Anyway, so like I said, half of them are still sat in their base. That is fine by me. You can stay there. Their artillery's dead now as well, so I'm a little bit more confident. Right, so I've only actually penned a couple of shots so far, but I'm up to 22 pen tickets with the fire.
Target locked.
Right, so I'm using standard rounds. That is a tier 5 British heavy, and the kill shot bounces straight off. Not good. Iron up this Type 58. Bang, another fire. Hit his fuel tanks. Has he got a fire extinguisher either? No, because he hasn't. So, and literally 1 shot. A tier 6 medium tank there, and that's why the IS is better than some of the other tier 7 heavies. Just have big, derpy derpness. Does that make sense? Right, so I missed that shot on that IS there, but I ram him to death anyway and pick up the kill. Yeah, like I was saying, because you've got a massive gun for your tier, you're more likely to do critical damage to modules like fuel tanks and pick up fires. which is fun. I've only penned a few shots in this game, and we've got a horrendous amount of pen tickets, a horrendous amount of critical hit tickets, and a couple of kills. There's only one left, and that's that game done. So a very short game. Let's see how much damage I managed to do in just a few minutes. Boom! 3,788 damage with 8 penetrations. And you see there, at this point in the game, I have 1 barrel mark, pick up a high caliber and a mastery 1. Top of the team, and pretty much done a lot of damage there. A couple of other guys on our team do pick up some sensible damage, but the rest of them were there literally just to watch the show. Right, so that's game 1. As you can see from the video title, that was the fun game. And next up is going to be the pure filth game. Right, so we've had the fun game, time for some pure filth. As you saw, there's a little parental advisory at the start, explicit content. If you do not like people using premium ammunition, you should not watch this video. As you can see from the team list, it's a fairly heavily tier 8 game. So I loaded the gold from the start, just to see what the difference is, whether you can do more damage by using more premium ammunition. And you probably see from the results at the end, it's really filthy. Not particularly proud of the result, but it gets the job done for picking up barrel marks. Right, so I love this spot at the start of the game. You can pick up a lot of spots and a lot of free damage at the start of the game. There we go, MT25 premium round, premium 122mm APCR round, takes him for at least 2/3 of his health at the start of the game. So here we go, I'm side scraping like a boss. Pick up some more damage. Yeah, as you can see, I wouldn't have needed premium rounds for this start of the game, but why not? Don't do it very often. Why the hell not? And especially for the front of the Tiger P, even when they don't angle, the IS, even with premium rounds on the IS, a Tiger P, a well-played Tiger P, is really something you don't want to see. Even more than some of the tier 8s in this game, a Tiger P could be more trouble. Definitely more trouble than a T32 if he's not hull down. You know what I'm trying to say. There we go, bingo. Second shot into him. Side scraping like a boss. Abusing what's good about this tank. The armour's definitely a lot better than the Tiger. It's not better than a Tiger P. Right, so there we go. First shot from the right. They're trying to flank me.
Ready to fire on target.
Supplies. Oh, didn't like that, did you? And there's another one there. Right, so I changed the direction of my side scrape, and we spot an invisible A44. He must have some sort of brand new Stalin camo net that makes you invisible, but it doesn't mean you can't get killed. And now I'm starting to be the attention of the Crusader SP on the enemy's team. Trying to work out where he is. There he's at the building again. Is he going to keep firing? Yes, he is. Right, what do I do? If I get behind that building, surely he can't hit me behind the building. Seems he's given up now anyway. Right. Oh, there's another one. Comet had to make that shot. Track traverse on the IS is pretty good, but you still don't want a Comet getting around you. Especially not at the start of the game. And I've lost a little bit more health than I would have liked to at this point in the game. That Crusader SP probably took at least a quarter of my health with a couple of well-placed rounds from back in the map there. Right, so I'm just testing the water here, see if I get spotted, and I do. And it's the tier 8 tank destroyer on the enemy's team, the SU-100M1. Oh no, it's an SU-101, sorry, my bad. Let me get one into him, and he's going to be a pain later on in the game.
Ready to fire.
So we've already done a tidy amount of damage in this game, but it's not over yet. Still plenty more to be done.
They found us.
There's that SP. Look at this slim shot, and he misses, but I don't. Can't believe that shot found the target. That was ridiculous. But no more Crusader SP to worry about, so I'm a little bit more happy. Oh, Shizer. That's IS-3. That is really not what I wanted to see, and he takes me for almost all of my health there. Trying to back up, trying to get out of his way. I've got one APCR round left. I hit him, hit his ammo rack, and he donks into the wreck. Oh my god, I'm so lucky. Has he used his repair kit? Does he have a repair kit? Standard round. Can I do this? Yes! Boom! See you later, IS-3. But he has left me on definitely a one-shot for pretty much every tank the enemy team have left. That's the only problem there. Looks like I actually blew his head off. Yeah, ammo racks always seem to happen when people are low health, but then the chances of a full health target having a damaged ammo rack in the first place, it's very, very rare you pop an ammo rack when it's not critically hit. Ooh, slim shot on the T28. Go for it and it finds the target. Loving it. Loving this game. Well, there's that sneaky git again. Looks like I'm not in its views though, so I should be able to push around. Yeah, you probably see from my equipment in the garage in a minute, but I'm running coated optics instead of a gun laying drive. When I'm playing on my own in this tank, the benefits of... oh, hang on, I need to make the shot. Oh, and it whizzes past. Yeah, the benefits of having the gun laying drive sort of outweighed by a lack of view range if you're playing on your own. So I've gone for coated optics, and it does seem to help. There he is. Oh, gotta make the shot, Our friendly goes down. Oh no, and I only get the crit on his tracks, and that shot there is going to ruin what could have potentially been a massive game, and I'll explain why in the results. Right, so the T-32 goes down, and the rest of the match we spend looking for that sneaky git, so I'm going to fast forward it. So here we go, I've just sped up the last bit of this replay. It's such a shame actually at the end of this game. We spent quite a while looking for him. He wasn't where he was before. And I either had two choices here. Go back to our flag and hope he was going to go and cap, or go and look round in the bushes at the back of their cap. But he appears to have tricked me, meaning no more damage for me out of this game. So myself and a couple of the other guys, we're just going to cap the game out for a guaranteed win. No point losing by cap when you've done a very good game and you could just finish it off with a guaranteed win and pick up a few cap points. I need to raise my average cap points. It's only at about 1 point per game at the minute. Right, so there we go. Huge amount of experience with some multipliers. 4,905 damage, mastery ace tanker, and still at 1 barrel mark at this point. I think we picked up a steel wall as well for blocking over 1,000 damage, and a top gun. Happy days, but like I said at the start, pure filth. I fired off all of my premium rounds at the start, and I was very lucky to pen that IS-3 side armour with a standard round. Otherwise I would have been dead. I would have been brown bread. Yeah, so there we go. That is what you can do in the IS in a tier 8 game if you fire premium rounds. Not a bad game at all, but if I'd have penned that T-32 at the end there, I had 2 chances. That would have been over 5k in the IS, but we still managed nearly 2,400 base experience, and I would say I definitely carried that team to victory there. A lot of the guys that were left didn't particularly do much damage. Yeah, play like a nutter, you get some great results sometimes, and sometimes it gets you killed. Right, now into the garage to have a look at the progress I've made in the last couple of weeks. Right, so here we are, tankers, in my garage, looking at the arse end of my IS, and we're looking at the arse end because I want to hide my progress just for a minute whilst I spout off for a little minute. Anyway, right, so last week was the worst week I've had in a long time. My stats took a hammering, my gameplay took a hammering, my stress levels took a hammering, the teams were so bad, my own gameplay was so bad, and it culminated in a really bad stream Saturday night. Every time I made a stupid decision or played really bad, the viewers sort of halved. Yeah, and apologies to the guys that are platooning with me, especially Jake is great. I think Jake thought because it was my stream, he kind of had to stick with me and cover me, which led me, with my stupid decision making, getting Jake killed a couple of times. And he wasn't salty, but I could tell from his tone of voice that he was not happy, so I just want to apologise, Jake, for my poor play last week. You've probably seen from my Twitter feed that I've sorted myself out this week, and I seem to be back on form, so I hope you can forgive me, and I hope you join me on my next stream, or just in between for some gameplay. Anyway, so on to the IS Diary results. So where am I at the minute? Let's have a little look. Let's spin the tank around. There's 1 star. There's 2 stars. There's no more stars, so I'm at 2 barrel marks now. Not bad considering how bad last week was. Anyway, so there they go. They look pretty cool. I like the Russian ones because they're very easy to see against either the green background of the stock paint, or if you put camo on, customise camouflage, you put some white on, they're quite visible as well. So maybe a bit of a deterrent for any enemies that want to try it on with you. Anyway, so let's get rid of that. Quick look at the stats and we'll see my progress for the last 2 weeks. Right, so there we go. Not bad at all. I'm at 85.22%. So just under 2 weeks ago we started the IS Diary on 206 battles. I'm now on 252, so I've played 46 games in this since the last time I reported to you guys, and we've gone up 53% in the last 2 weeks. But the majority of that was this week. Last week, like I said, I was really trying for you guys, but I went from 32% to 50% by the end of the week, so not a really big difference, and I was getting proper salty, and I was almost contemplating just letting you guys know I couldn't do it, to be honest. But came back Monday, fresh face, fresh mind, sat down, and obviously in the last few games you've just seen some of the results of some of the games I had. Obviously one of them was extremely filthy, but if you want to get your barrel marks, that's the sort of thing you're going to have to do in the IS. That is the main difference between doing the IS Diary and doing the Tiger Diary. The Tiger, the gun on that thing is, well, let's compare it to, say, a T54. If you use the gun, the fast rate of fire gun on a T54, you've only got 3 more millimeters of penetration than the standard ammunition on the Tiger. So the Tiger's gun has good pen, good accuracy, and good rate of fire. What this IS doesn't have is good rate of fire, good accuracy, or good pen. So yeah, the IS last week I was getting mostly tier 9 matchmaking, and I was getting my arse handed to me by some big angry tier 9 heavy tanks. I was trying my best, but my best was not good enough. Even using the APCR on the IS, a well played E75 will laugh at you basically. Yeah, so it was not fun last week. This week I've had slightly better matchmaking, a few tier 9 games, mostly tier 8, and the odd tier 7 game to have some fun in between. So I've managed to get up to 85%, and hopefully I'm going to report to you probably in the next 10 days again. Hopefully I will have completed this diary, and then we can move on to the Comet and then on to the T29. Tier 7 is going to be my thing. It's going to be all tier 7s I do first. Tier 7 is my favourite tier. To me it's the most fun, especially when you're top tier. Some of the tier 7 tanks can wreck lower tiers, but also when you get in a tier 8, tier 9 game, it's a chance to really prove yourself against some higher tier tanks, even if you do spam some premium like that last game. But please forgive me, please no snotty comments, thank you very much. I did it to prove a point. Anyway, right, cheers guys, like I said, thanks for sticking around, thanks for motivating me, thanks for just being there with all your nice comments. I do appreciate all the comments you leave, and it is a pleasure to read them. I try to reply to everyone, and at the minute I've been getting so many comments from you guys, I've literally had time to, at the minimum, I like your comments, and I reply if you need help with something or something like that. So hopefully, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. I do try to respond to every comment, but I'm just not getting the time these days, especially when I spend probably the first half an hour of my YouTube day removing stupid gold hacking spam comments from the channel. Please do not click on them. They are not gold hacks. They are account hacks, your account hacks, and do not do it. Do not be stupid enough to think somebody from around the world is trying to help you out to give you free gold. No, they're not. They're trying to hack your account and get your account details, and that is it. So don't do it, guys. I do try to remove everyone, but it takes a long time, and trying to root them out, especially when your notifications thing doesn't tell you about every single comment that's been posted. Anyway, so there we go guys, sorry for babbling on, but I just felt I need to say some of that stuff anyway. So please give the video a like if you did, please comment if you didn't, and please sub if you're not a sub already. Alright, cheers guys, I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.